ठीक आज ही के दिन 25 साल पहले मैंने अपनी यशराज फिल्म की नींव डाली। दिल में बहुत से अरमान, बहुत सी उम्मीदें, बहुत से सपने लेकर। मेरे सपनों ने मेरी फिल्मों को रूप ले लिया। दाग से लेकर दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे तक मैं अकेला ही चला था जानबे मंजिल, मगर लोग साथ आते गए और कारवां बनता गया। मैं जब भी दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे को देखता हूं तो मुझे शायर साहब को शेर याद आता है जो उन्होंने कभी कभी में लिखा था, और मैं अपनी बीवी को मुखातब होकर बोलता हूं कि तुझको मुझको जीवन अमृत अब इन हाथों से पीना है, इनकी धड़कन में बसना है, इनकी सांसों में जीना है। तू अपनी अदाएं बख्श इन्हें, मैं अपनी वफाएं देता हूं, अपने लिए जो सोची थी कभी वो सारी दुआएं देता हूं।
I hate clicking snaps. I ain't gonna click snaps with nobody, dude. Got that?
आप किसान हैं?
हाँ मैं किसान ही तो हूँ, फिर क्या लग रहा हूँ तुझे? हीरो लग रहा हूँ क्या?
Adi, Aditya Chopra, great director. But I think I should wait. There is still time. Yes, he has smiled. He has smiled.
मेरे काबू में जो आए आके मुझे जाना सनम, प्यार होता है दीवाना सनम, से कहा जाए हम तेरी बाहों में मर जाए हम।
बड़े बड़े देशों में छोटी छोटी बातें होती है सैलरी का।
In fact, I remember very clearly that there was this one discussion in his house over dinner where he said tomorrow he's going to narrate it to Shah Rukh. And what do you think should be, everybody was discussing that what would be the second choice if Shah Rukh said no. And we were all like, Shah Rukh will never say no to a film like that, which is so fantastic.
The biggest no came from Shah Rukh himself. He didn't want to do just a normal romantic film. He says, क्या तू मुझे बिल्कुल एड़ा सा बना रहा है?
YSG called me the next day or the day after and he said, you didn't like the script? So I said, no, it was nice. So he said, but you know, they thought you didn't smile, you didn't cry, you didn't laugh. I said, it was nice only, I liked it. So I think for a day or two they assumed I didn't like it. So Adi told YSG, please ask him, I think he hated the script. It's a role of a wimp. I feel like a wimp and I feel like a patsy and a patsy. I never wanted to do a romantic role. Because by the time I joined films, I was 26. Normally romantic films meant that you started off in a college and then you worked your way up into a romance and then ran away with a girl or committed suicide with a girl or whatever. I thought I was too old to be a romantic hero. I always thought romantic heroes should be good looking. I didn't think I'm good looking. I thought romantic heroes should have a typically handsome face. I didn't think I was handsome. I thought they have to be young. I didn't think I was young enough. So yeah, I mean, throughout the film, I'm like, what are you guys making me do?
He had to have that little bit of action at the end. And today, if you ask him why it's a big success, वो जो मैंने थोड़ा सा खून बहाया था ना, उसकी वजह से हिट हो गई ये picture.
It was completely my idea, and I wanted to. There was a little, obviously, in the script. There was a bit. There was one lathi fight also, which Adi anyway cut out because he hates action. And YesG also doesn't like action. He said, मैं बाहर बैठा हूँ, 1 घंटे में खत्म कर लो. And poor Bittu had never done action. It was very hot. Upte Gaon, I think. And I think he nearly fainted at the end of this one shot. And then he had to give Nimu Pani, and YesG got very angry. मैं तो कहता मत करो यार, वैसा कर रहा है ये सब and all. Yeah, so I told Adi, you know, like it seems like such a complete film now. You know, it's got romance, it's got family, and we had finished most of the film. I said, little action. You know what will happen is maybe in the film people will say, इसमें action और थोड़ा complete हो जाती picture.
It's so ironical that he's emerged to be the biggest romantic star of our times, but actually he has no faith in love stories. He loves action, he likes thriller, he likes, you know, esoteric films, he likes slightly kind of out there cinema. But all the filmmakers he worked with were all like suckers for love stories, be it Adi or me.
And then YesG told me something. He said, if you really want to be a big star, if you don't do a love story, you'll never be a big star. You're a good actor, you work very hard, but, and I didn't agree with him. I said, no, yes, I said, no. He said, no, I'm telling you. I said, but you've hardly made love stories. You made Trishul and, you know, Diwar and stuff like that. You just made Lamhe Now. I didn't do Dilwale because of that. I just did Dilwale because of the belief and love I had for Adi and YesG. So I said, okay, if you think I'll do this, but it's a very girlish role. I'm not feeling macho. And the funny thing was, I didn't even sweat one day on that film. And if I don't sweat on a set, I feel I've not worked.
Shah Rukh was an unconventional looking guy. You know, he looks good today when we look back at the things that he's done. But back then, he looked a little funny, you know. I think precisely because he didn't have a romantic image, Adi wanted to cast him because he wanted to break that mold, one. And I think Adi saw that in him, even though Shah Rukh didn't see it in himself.
I love you, Simran.
When he saw this film, I remember he told Adi, and this was just after he finished dubbing the entire movie, he came home and he told my father that this is my Diwar. This is what's going to really make me. And that's exactly what happened.
I do remember the first time my friends saw the film, they said the film would be lovely without you. Nobody is going to watch this film because you have such a negative and you have a more edgy image. People are not going to like this film. If it was a romantic hero, it would have done very well. And I was like, I hope I don't take this film down. But soon post the film, here I was, and here I am 20 years later.
दिलवाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे ये फिल्म रेगुलर शो में चलती है हमारे मैटनी डेली 11:30 बजे और इस फिल्म को 19 साल कंप्लीट हो गए हैं. हर एक डायलॉग पे, हर एक सीन पे, गाने पे लोग तालियां बजाते हैं, सीटियां बजाते हैं और विश्वास नहीं होता कि 19 साल के बाद भी लोगों में अभी भी दिमाग में यही क्रेज़ है और यही पैशन है कि ये फिल्म के लिए इतनी चाहत है लोगों में.
So it was a very easy film. And like, you know, the Switzerland schedule went like this. I think we finished before time. Most of the village scenes are here. Yeah, Haryana people came down and I think we were in the wrong fields or we were trampling upon their crops. I'm from there. And that actually what we shot is very close to my house, my old house.
नहीं भाई, सुधरो वो क्या ताकत जो मेरे खेत में रू लगवा दे.
We had permission apparently from the panchayat of that little place, but that wasn't enough because he says, I don't care about the panchayat, and he said that in a much more colorful way. At which point I think Shah Rukh tried to, you know, kind of get into it, and he used to do this really cool Haryanvi accent, so he started talking like that with them.
So I said, thoda na karne do bhai, karke nikal lenge. And by the time we were finishing it, by the time we were talking, I think we just quickly set up the shots and finished it.
आप किसान हैं?
हाँ मैं किसान ही तो हूँ. फिर क्या लग रहा हूँ तुझे? हीरो लग रहा हूँ क्या?
वो हीरो है मैं खड़ा.
वो जो तुम जैसा है वो
नहीं दूसरा वाला लेदर जैकेट. गाय है वो.
वो गाय ऐसी लगती है.
अच्छा, अंग्रेजी में गाय या दूसरा वाला गाय? काऊ.
बुल कहते हैं ना, बुलशिट. वही वाली बुल.
आप यहाँ कितने साल से किसान हैं?
मैं हूँ जी कुछ 150 साल तो मुड़े हो गए यहाँ पे. हाँ 150 साल तो हो गए.
Could you tell us something about the role in this film?
Yeah, it's basically taken from the bourgeois suppression of the proletariat, and a lot of it has been in the verses of Voltaire already.
What are your experiences working with your co-star Kajol in this film?
Oh, she's
good. Do you like this song?
Yeah, it's very nice. It makes you feel beautiful.
In this shot, he's just going down.
Quiet everybody.
Okay. Kajal ready, bang down. Camera! Action!
Magical. Superb.
I think a lot of the ad-libbing and improvisation came from Shah Rukh. He brought a lot more humor into the film.
Because I think I'm naturally funny, you know. I would say, मैं ये कर दूँगा. So yeah, there was a lot of it. But I also believe that Adi, as we were shooting there were moments like that in that film where you can't tell yes जी मैं improvise कर रहा हूँ or whatever. So I would tell Adi मैं ऐसा कर दूँ, then he would go and say, Dad मैं सोच रहा हूँ उसको थोड़ा ऐसा कर ले. So he gave me that confidence as an actor, and some of it worked.
How that scene started was that Shah Rukh came on set before Amrish ji came on set. So Shah Rukh says that, how do you feed the pigeons? Yeah, what do you say? He says, no, I think they say hurr. So we said, okay, Amrish ji had not come in by then. So he's going hurr, hurr, and then Amrish ji comes and he says that, नहीं, hurr नहीं बोलते, आओ बोलते हैं. Shah Rukh said that, Asha, in his mind he's thinking, you don't say hurr. So he started copying him, he's saying, आओ, and then Amrish ji gets again upset. So all that was just completely ad-libbed.
Yes ji, what do you think about this film?
And now the face turn.
दिल वाले दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे.
तुझे देखा. It's a great film, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
आपको अपना यूथ याद आता है पिक्चर देखकर?
यूथ याद क्या मतलब? बचपन याद बोलिए ना?
अच्छा सर.
I start my life too early.
Okay.
जब आप लोग स्कूल जाते हैं ना, I started directing the film that day.
Okay. So then, when are you finally going to learn how to direct a film?
I think it takes some time.
Okay.
What do you think of our hero, Mr. Shah Rukh Khan?
Shah Rukh Khan.
Yeah.
He's a very complex personality.
Complex personality.
Sometimes he doesn't know he's Shah Rukh or not. Sometimes he thinks he's Shah Rukh Khan. But he's the point number one.
ये गाना बनाएंगे?
नहीं सीन है
Shah Rukh, तू थोड़ा हाय थोड़ा
and snow.
थोड़ा हाय
1 minute.
Shah Rukh, you don't kiss her.
Okay. Can I make kissing sounds?
Shah Rukh, can you move to your Shah Rukh, move to your left.
Come this way.
With your blonde. Okay. Take care.
Shah Rukh, you want a cap?
नहीं बस है ना मैं जुई की टोपी से शेयर करूँगा. उसके बालों में घुस के कहता रहूँगा क्यों किरण?
Biggest memory I have of the film, which I've never mentioned before, I think, is just before we went for Dilwale, my sister fell very sick, and very seriously sick, and she was hospitalized. To be really honest, it perhaps was the first moment of sadness for me post my parents' death, because my sister was very, very unwell, and I got her kind of well, went there, she joined us in London, and she got better. But yeah, it was the first 20-25 days for me were very, and that time we didn't have cell phones to call every day, so you had to make that call. She was in the hospital. I was extremely depressed. So maybe just coming in touch with all these young people and everybody being so happy made me get over that.
For me, DDLJ was, I would say, a lost opportunity, because I was called to do all the songs of the film, and unfortunately I couldn't go to Switzerland because Adi and Shah Rukh called me last minute. But I'm happy I got to do one song, because when they came back from the outdoor, they were going to shoot Ruk Ja.
Farah and Adi had decided by then that we are going to do like a Mr. Shami Kapoor takeoff. So Ruk Ja, and I'm not such a wonderful dancer, but they were like, just the energy, the way he shakes his head, no, we'll do all that stuff.
But it was really like being in a class picnic, or it was everyone of the same age group, and there was no like formality or so I was also young, and it was not like Master Ji aaye. It was all very like friends meeting together and making a movie.
You see, we have to do something.
And then there was this entire dance bit with the tablecloth, which was quite athletic, and Shah Rukh got it in one take.
पास वो आए तो छूके मैं देखो जरा
I remember he was shooting 2 shifts while shooting this song. So he would leave at 2 o'clock because he had to go shoot for Trimurti. I remember which song also. And then he would join us in the morning. But I don't know, in 4 days we managed to finish this song. I think today if we try to shoot this song, it would take double the time at least.
That was planned, but I wasn't told about it till it actually happened. And then after that, when the retake happened, it was worse because then you're anticipating it and then you fell even harder because of that. So yeah, that's not something that I really want to relive. I'm sure Shah Rukh will want to relive it in detail.
To me, the thought was people are clapping and oh wow, everybody liked me. She can go to hell. And that was the relationship of Raj and Simran, that both of us were always trying to put the other down. So yeah, it happened just there. Kajal didn't know. So that expression that she has for a long time, and I remember everybody behind the camera started laughing. And she was like, what? Why did you drop me and all? And she came shouting also. And I said, no, Farah told me. Farah said, no, he said and all. So we just kind of covered it up. But yeah, it was very sudden. It wasn't decided.
Raj became an embodiment of what every woman in this country wants. He became the perfect son, the perfect brother, the perfect lover, the perfect husband, the perfect father. He became everything.
I didn't know I'm like Raj. But I'd be lying if I was to say that a lot of it is to do with acting. A lot of it has to do with the situations written, the lines written. I would never ever run away with a girl from a house. I would ask her parents. I would convince them, As a matter of fact, a part of the story is from my old story, which I told Adi. That I'd convince the parents, listen, okay, so if my hair is wrong and I'm stupid and I don't fall into your cultural rightness, but I'm still a good guy and your daughter loves me. But I think a lot of Raj, I discovered, was a part of me as I did the film. If I hadn't done the film, maybe I would not. But yeah, I think 90% of the character of Raj is like me. So yeah, so if girls think they can't find Raj, they can always call me.
From his arms opening up wide the way he does, from him mouthing a romantic dialogue, for him singing that songs in the way he does, no one loves on screen like Shah Rukh Khan. He is a celluloid lover and no one else can take that place away from him.
तुझे देखा तो ये जाना सनम प्यार होता है दीवाना सनम अब यहाँ से कहाँ जाए हम तेरी बाहों में मर जाए हम ले रही है तेरी बात
मगर मैं रिहर्सल करता रहता हूँ सरोजी ये जप्पी पप्पी की रिहर्सल करता रहता हूँ
For an entire country, Dilwale is a quintessential love story, a love story that they would want to have, and it's been spoofed almost as much as Sholay, in terms of the train sequence and the lot of things from the movie, the mustard fields. And so I think in that sense, it's the quintessential Bollywood love story, and every other love story has either been derived from there or taken bits from there or it's so I think it's fabulous that you have a movie like that generations are still taking from.
मैं शैंकी बॉलीवुड पोस्टर दरियागंज में मेरे पास जो शौकीन लोग आते हैं मैं उनकी बहुत इज्जत करता हूँ क्योंकि मैं शौक की वजह से दिखाता हूँ। डीडीएल तो एक पागलपन की फिल्म हो गई, पागल हो गए लोग इसके चक्कर में, इसके गाने, इसकी फिल्में, उसके तो लोग बहुत ही ज़्यादा दीवाने हैं। लड़कियाँ इतनी आती हैं कि डीडीएल चाहिए, और अब तो शादी ब्याहों में भी कोई बात है तो डीडीएल का पोस्टर फ्रेम करा के देते हैं। डीडीएल तो मैं कह रहा हूँ आने वाले मेरे बच्चे भी बेचेंगे।
Dilwale, as I said, is an iconic film. It'll always be in the archives of Hindi cinema as a leading light of Hindi cinema. It opened doors, it started new beginnings, it cemented careers, it provided the glory of romance to Hindi cinema like no love story has. Truly, when you think of a love story, you first think of Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge.
there's hardly been a function in the last 20 years where somebody's not told me we got married because of Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. So I think there is no, and I get very embarrassed because I'm sure there's some who've got a very bad marriage too. And I'm like, I hope they don't start blaming us for it.
उन्नीस सौ 95 में फिल्म आई थी, मेहंदी लगा के रखना और ये तुम्हारा ये ले जाएंगे उनके, अब भी लोग बरातों के अंदर मांग करते हैं। इन गानों का भी क्रेज है बहुत, लोग अब भी मांगते हैं और मांगते रहेंगे।